Okay, so now we moved on to the lining. We're almost done. Getting there, getting there. So you're going to take your back lining piece and then you're going to stitch it right up the center. So that's the two pieces. So you stitch it right up the center and make it into one piece. And then as soon as you're done with that, you're going to open it up and connect the notches and baste the pleat into place. Okay, so now on the front bodice of the lining of the front bodice, we're going to be doing the dart. So we'll do the same thing that we did on the outer shell, and I put the pin through the two sides over here, and then I just connect that to the end of the dart point that we found from the pattern piece. So you're going to go ahead and sew that on the two front pieces, and then on the sleeve piece, you need to create a pleat. So you'll see it's just folded up and then folded down, and you're just going to baste over the top of that. And you'll repeat that 2 times as well. All right, so now we're going to attach the back lining to the two front linings. So you're going to put with right sides together, and the right side is the textured side. Right sides together, up the side seam, and the side seam that you want to be using for the front lining piece is the one that has the dart in it. And you're just going to pin that down, and then you'll do the same thing on the other side. And go ahead and sew that. And then for the sleeve pieces, we're going to be putting the sleeves together just the same way that we did for the outer shell. You're going to pin with right sides together, just down the center seam, and then that is the side that has the little pleat in it. So make sure that you're catching that, and go ahead and do that for both sleeves. Okay, so now we're going to attach the sleeves to the bodice or the lining. We're going to go ahead and do that the same way that we did before for the outer shell. So there's this U piece, and you're going to pin the lining pieces together directly in the U, the sleeve, and then the main bodice lining. And go ahead and connect the notches. There's quite a few notches, so you shouldn't have any issues. And pin that all the way around, and then go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Remember that the sleeve piece that has the dart in it is the back, so make sure that it is on the back side of the bodice. And so then once you're done with that, we're going to go ahead and stitch the top as well, so just like we did with the outer shell. Okay, so now we need to attach the facing to the lining. With the lining right side up, you're going to take your facing pieces, and it's just one piece now, and pin it along the curve, lining up the outside raw edges. So that's going to go all the way around, facing right sides together. So go ahead and do that and stitch, and we're almost done. When you're sewing the facing to the lining, make sure that you're starting and stopping at the little circles that are on your pattern pieces. So make sure that you mark those on the fabric, and that's where you're starting and stopping your stitches. All right, so now we're going to attach the facing to the other collar. You're going to be doing it the same way that we did it for the outer shell. You're going to line up the notches between the facing and the collar, and then just pin it all the way around with right sides together. And if you wanted to add a little loop so you can hang your jacket, you're going to want to baste it in the center of the facing prior to attaching the collar.